Good morning, children. Now, today we are going to read and study the next chapter, chapter number 5, The World in a Wall, by Gerald Durrell. Children, for the last chapter that I taught you was Earthquake in Assam, chapter number 3. And today I have taken chapter number 5. Chapter number 4 is a poem Trianti Vonti Gongolo, but I'm skipping that poem for a while and taking this chapter first. So, proceeding ahead with the chapter, a little slide introduction for the writer, the Gerald Durrell. The writer Gerald Durrell was popularly known as Gary. He was a naturalist, author, and television presenter. Children, next we have the new words for you all: smuggle, trifle, confetti, quashed, prudent. Children, you have to write these new words along with their meanings with the help of a dictionary in your rough notebook or a practice notebook. Okay, I'll be reading the chapter for you all and then we'll continue. One day I found a fat female scorpion in the wall, wearing what at first glance appeared to be a pale fawn fur coat. Closer inspection proved that this strange garment was made up of a mass of tiny babies clinging to the mother's back. I was enraptured by this family and I made up my mind to smuggle them into the house and up to my bedroom so that I might keep them and watch them grow. With infinite care, I maneuvered the mother and family into a matchbox and then hurried to the villa. I was rather unfortunate that just as I entered the door, lunch should be served. However, I placed the matchbox carefully on the mantelpiece. Now, what is a mantelpiece? A shelf, a shelf, a shelf above a fireplace. However, I repeat the line. However, I placed the matchbox, carefully on the mantelpiece in the drawing room, so that the scorpions should get plenty of air, and made my way to the dining room and joined the family for the meal, dawdling over my food. Dawdling means wasting time. Feeding Roger surreptitiously, I completely forgot about my exciting new captures. At last, Larry, having finished, picked up the matchbox he had brought. Oblivious, meaning of oblivious is not aware. Oblivious of my impending doom, I watched him interestingly as, still talking glibly, he opened the sorry matchbox. Now I maintain to this day that the female scorpion meant no harm. She was agitated and a trifle and now annoyed at being up in a matchbox for so long, and so she seized the first opportunity to escape. She hoisted herself out of the box with great rapidity, her babies clinging on desperately, and scuttled onto the back of Larry's hand. There, not quite certain what to do next, she paused, her sting curved up at the ready. Larry, feeling the movement of her claws, glanced down to see what it was, and from that moment things got interestingly confused. Now, I maintain to this day that the female scorpion meant no harm. She was agitated and a trifle annoyed at being shut up in a matchbox for so long, and so she seized the first opportunity to escape. She, who is she? The female scorpion, hoisted herself out of the box with great rapidity, her babies clinging on desperately, and scuttled on to the back of Larry's hand. There, not quite certain what to do next, she paused, her sting curved up at the ready. Larry, the feeling the movement of her claws, glanced down to see what it was, and from that moment things got increasingly confused. Now we meet yet another character, that is Larry. It's the spelling Larry. Okay, now what happened? Gary, the narrator, kept the female scorpion in a matchbox on the mantelpiece and forgot. Larry wanted the matchbox out of some work, and what he thought? He forgot. Gary forgot, and Larry lifted up the matchbox. Now he saw what is clinging onto his hands. Now see what happened. He uttered a roar of fright that made Lucrezia drop a plate and brought Roger out from beneath the table, barking wildly. Now, what happened? And the above set of lines, the central character of the story, that is the narrator, who is telling us that he met a soft creature on a wall. He thought it was a pale fawn fur coat creature. First, he did not realize actually it as a sorry creature. He thought it was just a small piece of an object, but soon when he touched it, he realized that it was a female scorpion. Now, when narrator, that is Gary, he himself saw such a beautiful creature, he found the female scorpion very interesting. He carried it onto his hand and took it along with him to his home. After reaching the home, what he did? He put this female scorpion in the matchbox. In a matchbox. And where did he place? Do you remember the line where I read that he kept or placed the particular matchbox? I'll repeat that line. However, I placed the matchbox carefully on the mantelpiece in the drawing room. So where did he place the matchbox? In the drawing room on the mantelpiece. Now, what happened after he placed that matchbox? He certainly forgot that he has brought a female scorpion with numerous babies on her back in his home. Now, he kept and forget. After that, he started feeding his dog Roger. In the meanwhile, the lunch was to be served. All setup was moving calmly. Now let's see what happens next. Does this serenity, this calmness keeps to be continuing? I repeat the last connecting line again. Larry, feeling the movement. Now I maintain to this day that the female scorpion meant no harm. She was agitated and a trifle annoyed at being shut up in a box. What happens now that after watching a massive female scorpion in his hand or in your hand, how will you feel and how will you react? Naturally, you will be frightened. So now I'll repeat the line. I'll reread the line and listen to it carefully. He means Larry, uttered a roar of fright that made Lucrezia drop a plate and brought Roger, the little dog, out from beneath the table. Barking wildly, with a flick of his hand, he sent the unfortunate scorpion flying down the table, and she landed midway between Margot and Leslie. scattering babies like confetti as she thumped on the cloth. Leslie leapt to his feet, overturning his chair, and flicked out desperately with his napkin, sending the scorpion rolling across the cloth towards Margot, who promptly let out a scream that any railway engine would have been proud to produce. Mother, completely bewildered by the sudden and rapid change from peace to chaos, put on her glasses and peered down to the table to see what was causing the pandemonium. And at the same moment, Margot, in a vain attempt to stop the scorpion's advance, hurled a glass of water at it. The shower missed the animal completely, but successfully drenched Mother, who, not being able to stand cold water, promptly lost her breath and sat on the chair. Now, what happened in this portion? That is, everyone comes to discover the female scorpion, and there is a lot of chaos in the family. From a peaceful environment, the whole family as well as the members are running from here and there. They are shocked, amazed, and surprised that from where did the little creature come into the home, and that too on the dining table. Everyone is totally shocked, in a state of shock, and to their amazement, nobody knows how it entered the dining area. That is the main problem. Mother, that is their mother, was not able to understand, who could not withstand cold water. She lost her breath and sat on the chair. Actually, they were trying to flee away the creature, but they were not able to do so. Children, that's it for the lecture for today, and the rest will continue in the next class. Thank you, Saira.